This conference will now be recorded.
We recently wrote a blog about notifications within your analytics. We want to do a quick video blog on showing you how to set that up. So as you see here, I have a fluid pivot grid already established. Now this is your normal fluid pivot grid. We'll just drill in. And you can see it's just your standard, you've got your filters over here on the left and your information on the right with your ability to drill down. Nothing's been set up in terms of any thresholds. So we want to go ahead and show you actually how to do that, how to add a threshold to your fluid pivot grid. And it's pretty straightforward. So if we go to our pivot grid wizard, now I created a pivot grid at a rug presentation, so I'm just going to use that. Search on rug. And the pivot grid process, we've blogged about that, done plenty of videos, so I won't go to that, but I do want to show you where you set up your thresholds. If we go to step 4 in the pivot grid wizard, you'll see down here on our PO amount, we have this define threshold capability. So this is where we'll go in and decide what we want to do with that threshold. So if I click on define threshold, I now have the ability to add a threshold either as a distinct number or a range that we can utilize. For this purpose, we use a distinct number. I'm going to say, I want to see or highlight any PO that's at the $30,000 mark. Now, when it hits 30,000, I want it to be highlighted in red. So I'm just going to describe my threshold as PO amount, and essentially we've established our threshold. Now, we can also do notifications for criteria. So notifications are the ability to either get a push or an email or both. Now, you'd have to set up the application engine to run at a frequency that you'd want. You wouldn't want to be notified every 5 minutes, likely. You'd want to be notified on a frequency that you can actually is usable and take action on. But you can set your criteria by a specific, by either not equal to, greater than, less than. So anytime something hit over 30,000, you get that notification. And then you can set it up by a specific role or users. Okay? So we won't focus on that, but know that you can also do that. So if I click OK, I've now established that threshold. If I go to the preview step, you'll be able to see we got some highlighting in red, and we have a line there. So now I'm going to click Save. Okay. And we're going to go back to that fluid pivot grid. And you'll see that line shows right there in the overview. But if we click into the details, now this amount is definitely over 30,000. We've got our line here. If I were to break this down further, maybe select a specific business unit, then break down and go into all, you'll see that every time we have certain PO numbers over that 30,000, we hit that line, that highlighting. Then there's our $30,000 line, which is PO amount, as we see there. So if we look at everything again, you'll see things that are below 30,000 are not highlighted. Things above 30,000 certainly are. So that gives you some visual highlighting, some visual acuity to be able to look and take action. Again, you can also set up the notifications, but really it's that straightforward and simple. So hope this was short and quick, but of value. Thank you.